Hey there folks, Mark Johnson, tech-snobs.com. Today we're doing a full review of the iPhone 5. This is the AT&T model. Overall, I'll just say this, very impressed with the iPhone. I mean, honestly, if you're an iPhone fan, you'll love this device. If you're not an iPhone fan, you won't. So, you know, that pretty much nips that whole Android versus iPhone thing in the bud. I mean, it's definitely a certain type of user that will like the iPhone. But for the majority of people, this does more than you'll ever need it to do. And honestly, I've been using it exclusively for the past 2 weeks now. And it's definitely, I'll say this off the jump, it's the fastest phone I've used to date as far as speed, fluidity. I'm clicking on applications. I mean, everything is literally just instant as soon as I click on it. And that's just definitely something that has a lot to be said for the A6 processor that Apple's put in here. I'm doing this on LTE now. And as you can see, just everything it just flies. I mean, you know, jumping on, if I click on a link, everything loads up very quickly. Literally, I can't recall really even seeing any type of lag while using the device. But I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick speed test and see what we get as far as speeds go. But I've seen some crazy speeds on this device, and let's see what we get now. Actually, this is probably like the slowest I've seen it as far as speeds go, and this is still very good. You know, getting close to 8 megs down and 9 megs up. I'll go and look at some of my results. Show you, I've seen 36 megs, 32, 51, 34. So very fast overall. Some of the highlights of the device, definitely the camera is still very good. One thing that you can definitely, you know, show off, like after you click on focus in, I mean, you could take very fast shots, which is definitely very impressive. The fact that you can do that, so that's definitely a cool thing. Another thing you could do with it that kind of makes it stand out, the screen display. It's a 4-inch display. It is 1136 by 640, almost 720p, not quite. But it definitely looks very fabulous when you're looking at it. You know, very good quality screen. Some other parts of the hardware, you do have the lightning adapter, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring that on camera real quick. You know, a lot of controversy over this. I mean, I like the concept of it, but let's be honest. I mean, it is a money grab in a lot of respects. I mean, the fact is that this little adapter is very small. The best thing about it is obviously you could plug it in either way, up, or it doesn't matter which way you plug it in, but that's probably the highlight of it. It's not any faster than the old 30 pin. It just allows Apple to use, you know, allows them to make smaller products, because the 30, they don't have to account for the 30 pin adapter. But what I do want to do is show you the differences between that and the micro USB cable, because they're very similar, you know, when you look at them from that aspect. I mean, very similar, you know, in size. So it's pretty sad they couldn't use, you know, a micro SD cable, you know, while doing it, while developing the phone. But, you know, obviously I probably didn't expect them, you know, to use a standard cable anyhow. But, and then here are the EarPods. I mean, the EarPods, I definitely like these much better than the, you know, the old headsets that used to come with the old iPhones and iPod Touches. They do fit in my ear. They do sound good. And it's one of those things that you're getting pretty much for free. So I definitely say they're probably the best earbuds as far as not in ear, but on the outside that I've tried for free. You know, so that you can kind of take that for what it is. But back to the phone itself. I mean, overall, it's an iPhone. I mean, there's really nothing really majorly different from this device than any device before it. It's really just more so the speed. It's got the LTE. It's got a bigger display, and that's really pretty much the gist of it. The camera's a little bit better, but when, you know, like I said, go on the web pages. Let's go to Tech Snobs and see how that pulls up. Everything just flies. And that's just definitely a big, you know, perk, because, you know, if you're impatient like me sometimes, it's like one of those things where you're going to want the fastest thing possible, and this is definitely is that as far as when it comes to smartphones at the current moment. So yeah, everything loads up quick. Definitely check the site out, tech-snobs.com. I'm going to be doing some more tests with the iPhone 5. Going to compare it to the 4S. Going to look at some other things. But, you know, all the features are pretty much the same. We'll pull into the big maps thing. I know there was a lot of controversy with that. So let's see if we can go into New York. If I can, let's click on Coney Island. And honestly, I haven't had really many issues with the maps. Now, obviously, there's a lot. I do carry an Android phone as well, so the transit is obviously severely lacking. But I will say, you know, when you do look at these maps and you do the flyover, it's definitely a very cool, you know, 3D feature. You know, so that's definitely, you know, a nice feature overall. So definitely keep that in mind. You know, if you're in the maps, it's a good show off, if anything. So be sure to check out more info. Follow me on Twitter at @TechSnob. Thanks for watching. Take care.